All right, starting today with a yoga strap and blocks. Make your way to your mat or your practice space. And once you find yourself in your practice space, get comfortable, find Sukhasana, easy seat. Gently closing the eyes if that is an option you'd like to take today. And then using your awareness and your attention and intention, begin to trace your spine from where it makes contact with the ground. So almost as if the tailbone could touch and root into the ground. And then from there, vertebrae by vertebrae, building up this long, lengthened, spacious spine. Maybe you find your shoulders moving backwards in space over the hips, your ears moving backwards in space over your shoulders. And then let your breath drop in, soft in the belly. Almost as if as you're breathing, you can feel your body expand and press into the ground. Let this breath and let this seat be effortless. And if you have the practice of 4-count breath or box breath, where you inhale for 4, exhale for 4, with the option to hold at the end of your inhales and exhales for 4, you can do that here. If you have the practice of Ujjayi breath, you can also do that here as well. And we'll start today with a chanting, and if you know the chant, you're more than welcome to join along, but I invite you to just allow the syllables and the sounds to kind of set the tone and the vibration for today's class. Today's class is focusing on the liver, focusing on the hips, but also focusing on the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra. So really allow your breath, wherever it is, however it is, to engage slightly the throat, the spaciousness and volume of the throat. Keeping the eyes closed, keeping the breath intentional. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprabhanchaya Shantaya Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye your hands to your heart center, either in prayer or one hand over the other. Exhale everything from the lungs. Inhale deeply through the belly, preparing for one Om. Inhale. Om. Gently opening the eyes. Take the soles of your feet to the mat, hands behind the hips, altar pose. Inhale. Hips up, head back. Exhale, seat floats down, cross the shins, cat-cow. Tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, knees under hips, index fingers pointing forward. On your next inhale, let the tailbone lift, belly drop, and heart pulls through towards the front of your mat. Maybe you gaze up. As you exhale, curl the tailbone under, navel to spine, back of the heart reaches tall, gazing inwards. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl the tailbone, gaze inward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now we're going to lengthen these out to a 4 count. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use your whole body. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale, drop the belly, bend the elbows, pull the heart forward. As you exhale, push the ground away, round the spine, hips slide back. Inhale, bend the elbows, pull the heart, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and head. Exhale, push the ground away, ground, press into the finger pads as your hips slide back. 2 more, inhale. Good job, yes, exhale. Last one, inhale. Articulate the entire spine, each vertebrae moving. Exhale. Come back through center. Lengthen the right leg out behind you, tuck the toes. Keep contact with the ground as you swing the leg to the side at hip level. Toes pointed forwards. Let's start this again. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward. Exhale, push the ground away, hips slide back. Maybe they find a little bit more depth. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, slide back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last time, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale to center, keep breathing. Keep the right leg moving forward, stepping it to the outside of your pinky edge of the right hand. Plant the left hand down. On your next inhale, right arm lifts, twist. And see if you can stack your shoulders, so really pressing into the ground as much as you're reaching up, and then the bottom of your rib cage on the left side is spiraling up towards the sky. Twist from the navel here. Option here to bend the elbow, hand to the back of the head as the elbow reaches back behind you, open through the chest, spread the collarbones. Beautiful. And then exhale, bring the hand back down. Frame the feet this time. If you like, you can grab your blocks. We'll go a little bit through that cat-cow with a straightened leg. So as you inhale, drop the belly. Let the tailbone come up as much as possible. Tilt the pelvis forward. Heart drops, gaze forward. As you exhale, lengthen the front leg, round the spine. Maybe your head comes down. Inhale, bend the front knee. Find your lunge, open through the heart. Exhale, round, toes flexed this time as your heart comes in. Inhale, through to lunge, chest up, crown tall. Exhale, hips back, foot flexed. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back through. Place your blocks forward off to the side, hands to the inside of the right foot. And then swing the leg out just as you came in. Take it to the side and back. Keep it going this time. The knee will bend to the outside of the left knee. Yes. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, come forward. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, slide the hips back. Nice. Inhale, bend the elbows, pull the heart forward. Exhale, curl the tailbone, lengthen the arms, press the ground away as your hips slide back. Once more, inhale. Exhale, and then hold. Hold and breathe. Stay here for 2 breaths. Breathe with your whole body. Let your exhales deepen this pose. Last breath. Come back through center, shoulders over wrists. Lengthen the right foot, leg, and then bring the knee under the hips. Recenter yourself into tabletop. And we'll take this through 1 round of cat-cow, that modified. So bend the elbows, chest drops. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press the ground away, slide back. Come back through center. Let's take this to the other side. Left leg lengthens, toes tucked behind you. Swing the leg out to the side till it's at hip height. Toes pointed forward, and let's continue. Inhale, drop the belly, bend the elbows. Exhale, push the ground away, round back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, pull through. And sink back. Come back through center. Keep the left foot coming forward. Step to the outside of your left pinky toe. Ground down in the right hand. And as you inhale next, bring the left arm forward, up, reaching towards the sky. And once more, your finger pads are pressing firmly into the earth. Your reaching fingers are pointed towards the ceiling. If you would like, you can bend that top elbow hand to the back of the head, and then elbow reaching back, gaze up, ribs spiraling open. One more breath. And then come back down, this time hands to the outside of the foot. Take your blocks if you need, slide them to frame that front foot. And we'll start here, setting up, drop the pelvis, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hips back. Gaze inward. Inhale, hips drag forward, gaze up, sink the hips. Exhale, slide the hips back. This time, flex the front foot. 3 more, take your time. Let the move, the transition last to the entire inhale, the entire exhale. Nice, one more time. Stay back here, breathe. Nice, stay with your breath. One more breath. Bend through the front knee, move the blocks forward and out. Hands to the inside of the foot, come out as you came in. Lengthen the left leg, swing it around and back. Keep it going, bend the knee, and then anchor it to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, bend the elbows, pull the heart forward. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, slide back. Inhale, pull the heart through. Beautiful, yes. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, heart through. Exhale, hips back. Keep it going, 2 more. Inhale, heart through. Exhale, hips back. Last time, inhale, bend the elbows, pull through. And exhale, back, stay. Let your exhales take you deeper. One more breath. Coming forward, back to tabletop. 2 cat-cows, whatever you like. If it's a barrel roll, one direction and the other. If it's a traditional cat-cow or the one with bent elbows, whatever your body's asking for. Coming to stillness, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Pedal through the feet. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then begin to exaggerate those pedals until you walk to the front of your mat. Keep that nice deep bend in your knees. 2 fists between your big toes. Let your feet be hip distance apart, which is these 2 fists. Grab onto the elbows if it's comfortable for you. And then start to sway side to side. But let this be a passive sway, so you don't feel too much of your muscles working here. So much as a lengthening through the spine. Letting the shoulders, the arms, the head be a counterweight for your vertebrae. Come back through center, drop the hands, bend deeper into the knees until you're almost seated, and then tuck the tailbone, roll yourself up to stand, 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulders forward, up, back and down, palms forward, lengthening tall through the back of the neck and head. And then when you're ready, exhale. Inhale, fingertips reach wide and up, touch the palms overhead, and bring them down to heart center. Press the base of the thumbs into your chest plate and let that be an anchor. Let that bring your awareness to the front of your lungs. If you have an intention you'd like to set for today's practice, you can absolutely set that here. And if you are searching for an intention, I offer up the intention of presence. When you find your mind wandering, bring yourself back to this present moment. Where is your breath? Where is your body? What are you feeling? Simply allowing. Going through a quick paced Surya Namaskar. Inhale, open the eyes, fingertips down, forward, out, and up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, plank pose, shoulders over wrists. As you exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, shoulders forward, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Gaze under the left arm. As you exhale, step right foot to right thumb. Inhale, left foot forward, fingertips to shins, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, fold in. Inhale, fingertips widen up, touch the palms overhead, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, hinge and dive. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, ripple out, plank. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip, gaze under the right arm. And then exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, right meets left, heart lifts. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, fingertips widen up, palms touch, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, hinge and dive. Adding to this, inhale, right foot steps back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, all the way down to the mat, elbows in close. Untuck the toes, inhale, low cobra. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Soften the belly as you lift the hands, elbows squeezing towards one another. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog, press up and back. Inhale, right leg high, bend the knee, open. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Inhale, right meets left, heart lifts, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, raise the hands, raise the gaze. Exhale, hinge and dive. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, all the way down to the mat. Take your time, keep the heart open. Inhale, untuck the toes, low cobra, soften the belly, lift the gaze, the hands, the chest. Yes. Press the hands down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, right foot steps forward, flat back, heart lifts. Bend the knees, fold in, exhale. Inhale, fingertips widen up. Exhale, hinge and dive. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Listen carefully. Exhale, chaturanga. You're gonna bend your elbows, bring the body halfway down. Beautiful. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip the feet, lift the thighs, lift the heart, lift the crown. Exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, left meets right, heart lifts. Exhale, fold and breathe. Inhale, fingertips widen up. Exhale, hinge and dive. Inhale, left back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, roll it out, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, right meets left, heart lifts. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, fingertips widen up. Exhale, hinge and dive. Take the hands slightly forward, bend the knees. And then sink the hips, Utkatasana. Hands, biceps framing ears, knees pointing forward. Round your hands to face one another, pinkies forward as well. Drop it down 2 more inches, breathe in. Drop it down 1 more inch, breathe out. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Optional, down dog, child's pose, whatever you need. Breathing in. Open mouth, tongue out, exhale wherever you are. Soften the head, soften the jaw. One more, inhale. Open mouth, tongue out, exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Spin the back heel down and cartwheel, open the arms. Beautiful, yes. Front knee over ankle. Fingertips reaching far away from one another. Flip the front palm on your next inhale, reach forward, tip it back, peaceful warrior, open through the side body. And then cartwheel the hands down, take it through a vinyasa flow, or I'll meet you in down dog. Inhaling through to plank, exhaling chaturanga. Inhaling through up dog, exhaling back down dog. Taking this to the other side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Back heel spins down. Cartwheeling open the arms. Gazing over the front middle finger. And then let your hips sink just slightly more. Weight of the body pressing into the blade edge of the back foot. Crown reaching tall, flip the front palm on your next inhale, reach forward, tip it back, peaceful. And then cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Optional vinyasa flow. Listen to your body. Maybe it wants to do vinyasa flow each time. Maybe it doesn't want to do them anytime, just listen. Inhale, right leg high, building on this. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, arms open and wide. Exhale, hold. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, tip it back, peaceful warrior. Exhaling straight into extended side angle, right elbow to right knee. Back arm comes down, forward, bicep along ears. Gaze up underneath your arm. Nice. Breathing in. Breathing out. Gaze down to the floor, to your mat, and lengthen your front leg. You can take a block or take your hand to your shin, coming into triangle pose. Top arm comes down, back, and up. Finding that same alignment from our early twist in class. So bottom arm reaching down, top arm reaching tall and long. And then think of your ribs spiraling open once more. So the bottom ribs are coming up underneath you to reach towards the sky. If you like, you can bend the elbow of the top hand, take the hand behind the head, and then shoulder blades sliding down as you take the elbow back behind you, gaze up. Breathing in. Yes, breathing out. One more time, breathing in. If you have the head, release. Gaze down, exhale, bend through the front knee. Inhale, peaceful warrior, front arm up and back. And then optional vinyasa flow. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, hold. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, tip it back, peace. Straight into extended side angle. Exhale, elbow to knee, back arm down, forward and up, bicep by ear, gazing up. Think of the crown reaching towards the sky, but if you are having neck tension, you can let the head hang. One more breath. Gaze down at your front foot, lengthen the leg, hand to block or shin. And then top arm forward, down, back and up like the clock hand. Reaching tall. Think of your hips coming forward, open the ribs, spiraling. If you want, bend the elbow, hand to the back of the head. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears as the elbow comes back, gaze up. Keep breathing. Release the hand. If it's behind your head, bend through the front knee. On your next inhale, peaceful warrior. And then cartwheel the hands down. Vinyasa flow or down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhaling as you open up the arms. Exhaling, hold. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, tip it back, peaceful. As you exhale, lengthen the front leg. We're coming into triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach. Tick-tock the arms. One hand to a block or your shin, other hand up, reaching. Straight into our hand variation. If you're bending the elbow, hand to the back of the head, open up, gaze up. And then rainbow warrior on your exhale, release the hand, bend the back knee, swing your arms behind you. Hold here for a breath as we open up the inside of our right leg, yes. And then front of your mat, Ardha Chandrasana, keep it low. Right hand to the front and outside of your right foot, step down to reach up, kick up. Think of this like triangle on its side. If you need a block underneath your right hand, you can absolutely take that here. Beautiful, yes. One more breath. Start to play with how much weight is in your bottom right hand. And then gazing down at the mat, standing split, top arm down, dial the left hip down. Think of the inseam of your left thigh swinging itself up towards, yes, towards the ceiling. And then drop the heart, lift the inner thigh. Drop the heart, lift the inner thigh, yes. Yes, nice, beautiful. One more breath. Gaze once more down at the mat, bend through the front knee, high lunge. Float the back foot down, tuck the toes under, and then fingertips forward and up once you find your hips, yes. Interlace your hands behind your back, lengthen through the elbows, hands slide down the seat. Open up the heart, and then hinge forward, exhale. We're only here for the exhale. Inhale, hands to sacrum, unleash. Peaceful warrior, back heel flips down. And then cartwheel the hands down. Vinyasa flow. Take your time, always optional to take child's pose or down dog. Left side, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale as you open up the arms. Exhale, hold. Inhale, peaceful. Lengthen the front leg, triangle, reach forward, tick-tock the arms. Take the hand variation if you want, bend the elbow, open the heart, gaze up, elbow back. And then release right into rainbow, top arm off, bend the back knee. Flex the front toes, hands behind you. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe, yes. And then looking to your the front of your mat, prepare for Ardha Chandrasana. Keep the hips low, shift the weight forward, left hand down, step down to rise up. Option to take a block if you need. If you'd like to play with the weight, how much weight is on your bottom hand, you can absolutely do that here. One more breath. If you want to play with bending the top arm, opening up the heart, opening up the gaze, the elbow, and then hands down, dial the right hip down, standing split. Think of the chest down, inner thigh up. Chest down, inner thigh up. Yes. And then bend through the front knee, high lunge. Tuck the back toes, fingertips forward and up. As you exhale, prepare for devotional opposite thumb on top. Lengthen the elbows, open the heart, open the chest, open the whole front of the body. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, peaceful, hands to sacrum. Spin the back heel down, wing the arms, take up space. And then cartwheel the hands, vinyasa flow. Meeting in down dog. And then knees down, child's pose. Take your hands, flip them palm up, opening up the back of your heart. Yep. And let this pressure, if you want, you can actually take your knees together under your body and let the support of the front of your lungs open up that space of breath in the whole back body. So you might be feeling the entire back body expanding even more with your breath. Come back to your breath, come back to your intention. And come back to your presence. Beautiful. Flip the palms down. Come up into down dog. Pedal through your feet and take a mindful meditation really slowly, really mindfully to the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Bend the knees deeply, sit back and let that bring your torso up. So sit back, roll through the body into stand. Identify where your strap is and let's take your strap. And for the moment, let's just take your strap around the right shoulder. We'll be using it in just a moment. Close down the eyes once you get here. And become intimately aware, acutely aware of the contact of your feet to the earth. So lift the toes, spread them, and then one by one digit down at a time, anchor them back into the ground. Feel the 3 or 4 corners of the earth, 4 corners of your feet into the earth. So whether that's your heel and the big and baby toe, or if you have 2 points in your heels, however that fits for your imagination. I want you to feel the center of gravity in your hips and it roots down through the thighs into the ground, and see how that works with your balance, with your rootedness. And then transfer all the way over into the left foot. Begin to peel cell by cell your right foot off the mat. Basket the fingers and take the right knee up into your hands. Flex the foot. Now through this next, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana series, you can stay here with your hands on your knee if you find this challenging enough for you today in your body. Or you can take the strap from around your right shoulder, create a stirrup, and step into the strap. Keep your knee exactly where it is, lengthen your foot out. So you have one end in each hand, elbows by the waist, stepping forward, and then dial the right hip down so they can be even. Option to stay here, or take the strap ends into the right hand and open out to Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana B. That leg hinging out to the side. If you want, you can take a mudra, a hand, and your left hand, and reach it out to the left. If you're having trouble balancing, you can take that left hand to your belly button. One more breath. As you exhale, bring the foot back, release the strap, and then bend back, high lunge. Lengthen the front leg. Nice. Spin the back heel down towards the left. So you almost have a warrior one foot. And then square the hips to the front of the mat. Beautiful. Take devotional behind the back. Interlace the fingers, lengthen the elbows, reach up, or rather reach down to open up. And then begin to hinge forward. Only to your level of comfort. So hinge forward slowly and let the elbows in your back keep your flat back. And then when you're ready, you can fold completely. Maybe the hands will slide away from the body towards the front of your mat. Take the hands apart, frame the front foot, or take blocks under your hands. And then bend the front foot, hands forward, back foot up. We'll take some handstand hops, bend the front knee, come off the heel, inseam of the right thigh, rotating up towards the ceiling. Gaze just in front of your fingertips and then bend deeper into the knee and let the top leg lift you up. Just some hops, nothing too crazy. One more. And then hip feet down. Bend the knees, 2 fists between the feet. Sink the hips, tuck the tailbone, roll up. And now we're back to square one. Identify your strap, take it to the left shoulder. Basket the hands, opposite thumb on top. And take a moment here to really anchor into your feet, lift the toes, spread them, and reroot. Shift all the weight over to your right foot. Take the left knee into your hands. Whoa. If you do have trouble balancing, you can always take the right hand to your navel, or you can find an unmoving spot in front of you, a drishti point, a gaze point. Before continuing, dial your left hip down, make sure your hips are even, and then if you want, you can take your strap off your left shoulder, step into it, one end in each hand, and then continue to step into it, elbows into waist. So you have this dual action of your foot kicking forward, your elbows pulling back. Option to stay here, take the straps into the left hand, right hand to the hip as you open out to the side. Or if you want, you can take the right arm out to the side or to the navel. One more breath. Bring the leg forward. Release the strap, high lunge, left leg back. Lengthen the front leg, spin the back heel down. Square the hips forward, opposite thumb on top as you take devotional hands. Inhale, heart open, arms down. Exhale, keep the front leg straight as you hinge forward. Left hip forward, right hip back. Right foot forward, left foot back. Maybe your hands come up towards the front of the mat. Release the hands, circle them around and down, frame the front foot. And then bend through the front knee, hands come forward, handstand hops. Again, nothing too crazy, just getting some height. Changing your perspective, changing your blood flow. One more. And then feet down, bend the knees, hands down. When you're ready, slide the left foot back, low lunge, knee comes down. Inhale, fingertips forward and up. As you exhale, hands through heart center, hook the left elbow outside of the right knee and take a twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Gaze towards your foot. Gently unwind. Take your blocks that should be just within arm's reach to frame that foot. Hands to blocks, drop the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, hips back, toes up. Inhale, hips down, gaze forward. Exhale, hips down, or rather back, gaze inward. Inhale, hips forward and down, gaze up. Exhale, hips back, gaze in, toes up. 2 more. So you can get deeper in the front of the thigh stretch as your hips come forward. Deeper in the hamstring stretch as your hips come back. 1 more. Kneading forward, bend the knee. Keep the blocks where they are. And then switching legs. So we're going to drag the right foot back, knee down. Left foot forward, foot down. Sink the hips straight into it. Exhale, hips back, toes up. 5 more. Keeping the shoulders open in the front, collarbones spacious and spreading. See if you can make this as effortless as you can. How can this feel more organic, more easeful? How can you support yourself here in this moment? Mindfully moving. Last time. And then slide the left foot back. Take 1 or 2 blocks with you as you walk your way back, and we're going to take a Virasana pose. So the knees are together, but you're going to take the heels apart, take the block underneath your seat, and if you are like me, you might need to actually roll your calves out of the way. So rolling your calves out of the way, seat down. Palms up on your thighs, elbows in towards the waist, and find that effortless seat arrangement that you found in the beginning of class. So anchoring into the sit bones, and then from your tailbone lengthening, growing taller and taller and taller. Closing the eyes. Finding your breath. Three more breaths. Gently open your eyes, bring your hips up as you remove the block. And then bring your ankles together as you come off to one side. Bring your seat down and your feet in front of you into an easy seat, crossing your shins. Lengthen the right leg out, wide and to the side, and then take the left foot into the inside of that thigh. Keep that really nice length and buoyancy in the spine as you rotate yourself over the right leg. So the navel, the throat, the nose all line up over the right leg. Once you're there, begin to walk your hands, one on either side of the leg as you hinge forward and down. Try and maintain length. Try and reach forward, almost as if your forehead could make contact with the front of your ankle. Maybe you grab onto the sides of your foot or your shin. Maybe you grab onto your wrist outside of your foot, whatever feels comfortable for you. Maybe your hands stay on the ground. And then while we are here in this deep forward fold with a little bit of a side bend, I want you to feel into where your body's making contact with the ground. Can you make your hips a little more even, anchoring into the left hip enough that it feels just as full of contact as the right, just as heavy and rooted as the right? And think of your thighs, your shins, your heels. See if you can create that equal and balanced contact. And then anything in this pose that is not part of it, any part of this pose that's in excess tension or excess action, maybe it's your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Maybe it's the sides of your waist and your hips. Any part of your body or part of your energy that could surrender a little bit more control, surrender a little bit more effort, and surrender to the effortlessness of this pose. See if you can seek effortlessness here. One more breath. Hands to the ground, round the spine up as you walk your hands, using your arm strength, walking your hands back to your hips. Left hand behind the left hip, and on your next inhale, bring the hips up, right arm up, gaze back. Slowly, take your time. As you exhale, float the hips down. Let's take this right to the other side. Left leg lengthens, right leg bends. Foot finds the inner thigh. Take the fingers to the mat as you rotate navel, throat, nose over the extended leg and begin to walk down. Take your time. Let this be as slow as it needs to be. And then find whatever hand variation this side wants. This side will feel different if you are quiet enough to hear, to see, to notice and feel. Four more breaths. Let yourself be quiet enough and surrender enough that the loudest thing you can hear is your breath. Last breath. Hands to the mat. Use the strength of your arms to walk your hands back towards your hips. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. And then we'll meet on our backs, taking a shoulder stance to end today's class. So coming onto your back, take your elbows in close to your torso, and then knees over hips as you rock your hips up into the shelf of your hands. Walking your hands up your back, lengthen your legs up towards the ceiling. And you can either flex, point, or floint, which is a mixture of the two. But whatever your feet are doing, make sure they're active. Heels touching, balls of the big toe touching. If you like, you can stay here, or you can start to gently, gently bend the knees towards your forehead, pointing the toes. Channeling that sensation of breathing through the back body. Two more breaths. Lengthening your arms out, use them as brakes as you softly, with control, roll down. Take your hands to your knees. Gently rock your body side to side. Maybe take your knees in circles. And then when you're ready, hug your legs in tight, tight, tight. Exhale. Hug in tighter. Inhale, release, Shavasana. Lengthen your legs out. Heels mat distance, toes softening out. Completely relaxed. Fold one shoulder blade underneath you at a time. Palms up and away from the body. Closing down the eyes and taking one last inhale. Let this inhale be the largest inhale you've experienced all today. And then exhale, releasing all remaining tension to your mat, to the ground and the support of the earth. And we'll be taking Shavasana now. So as our final resting pose, I like to think of it as there's nothing more to do here. Nothing more to think. Nowhere to be but here. And you are exactly where you're meant to be. So using these last few moments of class to experience all the benefits from your practice. And we'll take this Shavasana in silence for a couple minutes, and I will guide you out when we are complete. Take a deep breath in. And let this breath move your body to such a degree that your arms lift up overhead, toe tips reaching away from fingertips in a full morning stretch. As you exhale, bend your knees, soles of the feet to the mat. Rolling onto your right side, let your head be cushioned by your arm. Breathe in. And exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands either palm to palm with the base of the thumb pressed into the chest, or take one hand over the other, holding your heart space. Feel back into the energy of your intention. Feel back into the energy of your practice. Exhale everything from your lungs to prepare for one Om. Inhale. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Keeping your eyes closed, placing your hands over your heart space if it is not there already. Breathe into this space. Breathe into your heart, breathe into your hands. The chant that we used today, Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nisprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om. I open my heart to the power of grace that lives in us as goodness, that never is absent and radiates peace and lights the way to transformation. And on that note, have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.